Yeah, good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to Gaza Media again. This is Sunday, the 23rd, and I will probably along way with my mix presentation where since you haven't gone the BLM, what it was, yeah, as Sunday. So we can bomb the full to truck, but because we can inbound technical issue, we will be full what it were. So, we can then go, as in general, we got there, I share the link uh, big topic we will discuss as to take stock about the recent last week Lebang Road Equipment Blessing Ceremony yakutahozi bo Maria Poly Center aga nan kon I discuss in the CEO Emeritus Secretary bo Lebang Road project in Kitchen. So we discuss what actually happened. These are the known here the inside discussion in terms of how they manage the equipment, because we are saying about this, then and I explain the management of the equipment and the town hall meeting be one of the hosted at the way for receive information. But before then, an announcement, yeah, the health campaign organized by the Kudu USA will take place at Mary Head of Africa Hospital Fontaine on Thursday the 11th to Tuesday the 11th to Thursday the 13th of March. That is next month at Fontaine and from Jumeirah. Again, and the health campaign will be on Tuesday to Thursday, the 11th to 13th in Fontaine and in Fonjumeto. And on Monday, the 17th and Tuesday, the 18th, will be in Chang at St. Constant. What will be in Chang will be door referrals. Come on, the health campaign is strictly at Maryhead of Africa. Then I'm younger, coming going in Chang and so Chang will be for referral. We want maybe with chronic illness or you will never follow up. So good to me, maybe that a chance. You have been for the following week. You have Monday and Tuesday. So that is it for that announcement. So probably the CEO, Mr. Ben Formika, will be coming up. He has sent me the flyer. So we'll find time that he will come here and maybe give more detail. And even the health committee chair, Dr. Christelle Ambeba, too. And yeah, right now, whatever, will be the bone work and Anumanze Babelezi Anumanze nze fundraising since 2023 bezira kamanza ngundeng azi nchobo ya hero bino tunu tana ba kamen nan kam non joka pe plan kon tare ama ka ta pila jen le nzire bok le gore ba zin nchobo ya non ko don kazi non zira nze kucha non zira that direction. So the ends of the book, Dr. George went and Lebi for the Juayi dinner for that Saturday. Then the younger next day busy with it and actually with it next on whatever. So I'm not in Lebang will continue. Me and Kabuka, but you won't be will explain. So the Haba for bo bete ntuando nzere bo yang sesen tonta question go bo show katapia ba ye botin chun comes maybe one time go town hall meeting but ntonta question on behalf of the population or explain financial transaction because then transparency is the watchword since the penun kalaban population you will share the information on which is it's a good thing. They're not, but as talking about transparency, CEO Emeritus Akogole, so in Tongtagis, the concern the good let Charles the finances because the promise la lembe go anu the gura after you tunga Charles le de maybe lengalung you won't know the or monument on his along rowing by ye or go chong a bank account if you can move me Terence, we discuss the Mesa Andu. So, but if anybody is listening to us, please share the link, invite family, and let's enjoy this show. But it is not an entertainment, but it's a very educative and very informative program, especially to the young people when it comes to the development. We work with and in the deteriorate situation here, beneath in cap individual, family, and community, especially and news. We want to do and we more general so agribel hanu division or whatever no do few more the way man's taking. And I think that was a powerful statement. Yeah, let me bring in uh, Dr. Joe and CEO Emeritus. Yeah, Bong Bong Longbody and good evening. Welcome.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Director, and
Thank
good evening to you, Mr. CEO Emeritus.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Director and Dr. Joe.
Yeah. So yes, Dr. Joe, people are back, and I think yeah, it has been a very hectic time coming back again. The meeting number, Dr. Joe, you have been working on this road project, meeting here and there, and design, based on images, based on videos, and family directive. Yeah, even though I'm an expert in the field. In fact, they'll board discuss, but but before then, can I clarify the challenges you because along the things bless and more about my report center then we not be able to fair avant was the Alangana Lebang which took place so in terms of preparation how was it about where we occasion in two different locations at the same time during a very time constraint.
Well, CEO Emeritus, you want to start?
Um, yeah, I understand. So thank you again, Director, for having us here. And Bonkong te Gaza Media Nyebuti me Biosingu. You have some great reporters. As young as they are, they do terrific work. With your reporting gap. And mfejwa nya teme ejua before buma become our notables mangong labang is bubu bechemale for whatever you we are single nangu on behalf of that ngong labang and also alalom but telebang libya but libya lem yeah about director Kenandio committee road project road and infrastructure project will appoint a will create the Lebang heavy duty equipment reception and blessing ceremony committee. So nyateme abu be chairperson committee bi niagu mamima for ntema chang bebe co-chairs ale treaty ale plan ceremonies and I think it took us, the planning took about 2 months. So, bele buna bule na ku manye top speed. Ale make sure as I'm zunga no zunga agini and nzele mo bule tong tenga kogu bete postpone be but committee road project. Ale na mfe ale gole bubi ogo reception war and hand over equipment war mbong sometime. Alo ngubeti manza ta eleng alung ta
Mm,
eleng sembeng efu so that benyong understand ele bes na ngubo no ba benyong biobi singu ebung pangta mbongo tangu so bele ni committee zunget we receive a planning meeting and we will na mbongo meetings almost every every week every 2 weeks really a lot of meetings idea bele we ojuoma teaching wo ba babu we lebang bebote gu biolebang e receive teaching up no responsibility anye security safety management everything anye teaching wo ebo mbo atebong mbo and secondly bubu yozeli bemet nkabe be committee road project will be very transparent so bena bele need to Alugole handing over equipment go abo very transparent. Bebe won didi ngo ma be nyong bi na tong tangu how be hand over equipment efine. So that was the process. That was the goal. So we go initially ngo be committee lengthy fi be kebe event war. Initially be lengthy ngo Maria Police Center abong. There were a lot of criteria. This call under normal circumstances, belago eguma amazi, but because of azamzaba anymore, the situation, the situation gi having bola and the fact the infrastructure ekate in place ebo even it has about all of that. So we good determination and nyateme jungwet abum blessing good no jubemaz eba ele bogo Maria Police Center jungwet blessed date good no date abun ginamboji bishop too agu date aginamboji this thing. So bele guba bele bingang after towards the end nyateme bin fungu juke motele be bundo ngoma mazi I think bele wrong the conversations ndengte nyateme a lengte azam zabela zin ndengte nai junwet mbin get a little bit deeper into it mbin jele no abong le belongo bugu pat nzo parazi for the traditional blessing min fu ndrota a Maria Police Center. So alo mbumbongo, I think all of us we work hard to make that happen. So we legua ngwa nzima eyi we did not just go to Azi on that Saturday. Mpase give aspect about Dr. Joe. Ale song be leaders. Bu le go a Cameroon. I think the view of Cameroon Wednesday in travel Thursday overnight. We travel ngomala. So be leadership are require. Ngu using nyim gondengte background service ceremony bio. Make sure they prepare. Even though we level assign be young. A level of responsibility to prepare the ceremonial grounds of but
And also to look at the, and even in thing, and also to see the road, because when I'm doing about
yes,
equipment now, because these are heavy because I'm getting I think about those I am a chain foot, but even maybe a big trailer. Yeah, but like because okay, greater, I will even getting a little bit faster
right.
along
So
because
Dr. Joannem covers me because was both were experts.
yeah, because one time I've been going to Amazon. Yes, Dr. Joe, about can I be it is people not fellow because first, but I'm doing more what as well. The concern term just from my own point of view, it was a little bit risky. When I transfer you, want data want to drop, something could happen. Throughout the crisis period, we was a Mariam Police Center, the hospital, and everywhere around that vicinity have been so safe to the least. But kita ba go zamans, of course, when you are walking on the road, you will know. At this what was going on.
Well, thank you, CEO Emeritus. Well, we'll explain with the committee, a blessing committee, and we'll do an excellent job given all the difficulties. Part of the consideration he Balanang Gugule Bugunuja Maria Police Center. Part of the consideration too this movement of equipment back and forth. Because since the Gua, it is the real nature of the road. Njukmambo will be some of them will remember uh, road and infrastructure committee. Bole yitengo ameri amanza ancho achinale Anton amankam ngari asizwa atbong. So we'll bon concernandum until they will be bela assign fian kam go bolongo nti manzam fofon kwondongo clean up mazi one of the ceremonial sites bela request le bo law at least one pickup truck of stones ndongo nyaha ale female motor grade ala trando, but unfortunately that was not done. Bloomwet ve emeritus aka nandiwa kwa Cameroon a Wednesday ngine trot a Thursday nkwa changleng to trot nchungwa bulo ngong ngufu tenkwa and chobenya hai be operator equipment boko mbungta wulofo ma engineer yiwe ka hire bu ma wozile ginase because na fa assess man's issue what condition it is in. And then it discussed Bimabo, Babasangina say, now point out certain things, especially to the engineer, where ye a lot solve more problems we nanju video. Critical and among those issues, allow nkabs lampe manza a wonja so enough away ye we were engineer cut down slope when zungwe so I say nzele to be needed a pavement and the roof we only need so this is one of the reasons he in the whole instance we mustn't do a Friday long to try nginingwa amanza fongonjio for myself nkongonjio ceremonial grana z tanchongo marepoli center so buzile gini nan gina songwa nan pointer out nan dengta whether lateral abatungwa abahanchu wunya hawu mamankam ngina songwa tencho kwa meri and sizwe ancho be anton
Yeah.
to
So,
realize le meri zwe but me long gula for and even the team was poorly done burumi pick up burumi long ni hala fund on drahemele gula for balate gu gula 20 moto we were pictures you will share with you the but want to spend probably an hour of we went February tando Peter Maori, but we were not aware of how deep the hole was on the upstream alpha. So we go up nahaburi level crossing bulembunda tengo kwa alanganda moto nyate me bumambeta zi tung chera yi bule mon tung moto tenget na se botu le na mfua bu ma wole bin nchong go gan cha hanya te ama so we chong ko ma njile beti ama la te complete wa bu ma go nganga bu ma gada but broken all broken chairs and dot zela pa ama ngong ba amfania even beta zi ala lo ni na non ti at the tema on that Friday.
so, Dr. Joe,
Yeah.
let me hold on. Let me get this point clear. Terence, you stated that, but assign Mobile that were supposed to be in charge of this. I just want to be a little bit transparent here. I go in charge and the brief can get more after pick up truck. Belong PTL Amazajo. Put on Tima, if I'm very clear.
Yes, so also the committee, I mean, also where you the committee say we will a function. Before you identify the task, make sure the one more symbol ye as in coordinators a task is doing it. So since I will be Lebang to ceremonial grounds, so the Azi Bele assign President General because you might let know.
Mm.
You might let mbo you coordinate zame ze for clary ma rabo mwedbo say no because it's a there's a physical presence so arabo mbeta song and coordinate for clary grounds and they did a wonderful job so but as I'm the fedio tule um uh be assign mo betu be it's never laying gang jungwen mafego betu is Emma supervision, coordination, and assurance. I'll make sure the task we won't go. ngobin kuoba and bin na face challenges but even jamambo committee go challenges we
Mm-hmm.
ever. So ale catch up off guard because ozele fanya committee babam le ngobo ye akamaro do Kenya no bubin go at the last minute bab eyi bu lelen ndiomele we abong ba Dr. Joe Fergogians bu kwato ngonjoma just to see how, and also we have not been there for a long time, so it was also an opportunity agu alebo ngonjoma agu no
Mm-hmm.
alenga se bit sondo.
Mhm.
So it really caught us off guard, and even Mungwet,
No, yeah, because
I've been through Jim Mbase, Jumale walked and dry, bit as a walked and dry. So, Buzele, Benyongta physically, Z, Nzabo, there are just a few persons, but better than Dio, Mo ye, Arono Z, Erono ma, eto, will be, bobonga ma zunga ombonga zizunga tebo no, because as zembong mboma zebuyo mbo zetebong mboma zebuyo, so whatever way it is bebong le fenza ale gube no be no gini.
but Indian girl, but when you, but if it, or we say President General, but should but should Indian girl should voluntarily accept allegation law or was something really impose on you. I mean, because this is a little bit. I mean, I'm having some mixed feeling about the young from America, and bit as in one team and all of that. So this is, I mean, even though Beyonce sing but I don't find this funny.
Yes, no, has a minute. I mean, I think we can the briefing meeting. Ozele we to Alabang we where you will on succeed. Malagun bingo evaluation.
Yeah.
Njeri is Belagumbo on Jezebel Tambong Ogu. Move forward. Ngu
Right.
next time I inform Abubuyo. Elevena Bubu and Fabin good. The next one. Maybe Bogu, avoid a geo. Or the few young responsibility in Binjam even at the last minute ntong tengo ba abo awo as a face of challenges. I mean mamima for temgi mfebo. I think Dr. Joe I agree ele mamima for Fontema Chang has, she deserves a lot of credit because ojio be mijule gu anti committee be follow up mijule gu Bule bi nyang ba since Ebula tasin kon le nyong sin zele bu say ebo, you know, with all the name calling and
Mm-hmm.
the threats we not fear wu.
Right.
So
Security.
bule sin ba ba zele bu say abo, so bi nyang mo leng ba bon disappear a forum juma bo baby nzite experience vacuum bo juma bo ndo over bo Julie Jumbo coordinate no egini. So Ben, we had a debriefing meeting and ndeng te bu becham banumyo bu ma present jira ndeng te identify banumila te gini mbin anyone coming the next time we baby venza avoid ele mo be error we ever repeat themselves.
Yeah, was there, yeah, after you, Dr. Joe Benjamin, we will talk about the road when we come to the management structure instead of
Sure.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, the occasion itself, yeah, that's how to talk. In the for America, but I believe what was happening here, but the report came with different mumbo so polarizing. But I think after some time, information came into yeah, I'm thinking of minimum soft detention to an extent, but yet beyond maybe belong go enough go but then go veterans in tonta work question yeah mayor kaza tembo yeah dress on his official costume nan cerebral information about cancer bon baby equipment maybe that was we have also we have thing I was for that could be maybe another unity coming together to work. Even though one of our equipments came here, carry out here, we don't know. We will assist maybe in terms some form of cooperation because Manzegi and they are also responsible for doing part of the job. It is our working on opportunity to have a chat or anything, but I think the time was so short.
Anyway, we may your Lebang very brief conversation. Yela limbo, ale tenor line.
Casual,
Uh, okay, Nandino.
casual
No,
discussion.
very brief. It wasn't really a conversation. Alen Jagan Johage, Ngu Mbina Tongtango program. You want anything ale dioki because Bosinga, Ngu no. We your program, program amazama community. So we'll be involved in your project. Mabanga asonge. So
Mm-hmm.
ale meba better boke nandio bubu yobang an understanding with the council because monzaza bubu yobu beno bubu yobang legu without interacting with the council ete monzatebo
Right.
because nzazabadi ongundeng nchobenya jemo communal road because a linke one region the west region to the southwest region nze linke one division manual division to the BLM division so based on the decentralization laws nyenze zungat under the ambit and management of the council as a communal road. So we can we go one without authorization at the boat. So that's why we'll seek authorization from the council. But secondly, we will go before we will delay 1 year because government ala FEMA funding and council 100 million around 2021, 2022, around that time. Along grid Mbodo
Mm-hmm.
Nzezunget. Egi director, if you remember, council Allegon Ngu initial bulldozing late Eleng Sembang towards the rainy season. So Benyongu Bele Biang Tins at the Tabumbo. So we'll reach it out to Mayor Gu Bole good labor because of the challenge of security. Uh, you know. So but in good dry season, bobin fu e grains e credible gutters e pefe section you want to pay for be covered. Egi we really thank the mayor ele buke jobo a very major covered legorio mpifenza about 25 meters even though bole understanding ala label prefer about 800 and something. Dr. Joe can
Yes,
articulate that better.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
No, I think the mayor also even I think I promised when I interviewed him, he was saying that when the dry season comes, he will come back. Nkata even told that Dr. Jogo wasn't Zawa being now continue that's their pavement again there.
No, not to my knowledge. Nzelawoke and
Okay.
Yombina.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if I have time, we'll follow up with the mayor on that because he
Yeah,
has promised me
and
that.
director, I think
Mm,
we will Mosen Zele Monzaza Bubuya ete work with council at the based on Ojio Cameroon Legodio. A lot of
mm,
development money, but routed government at Cameroon are routed through the council. Bubio be nafa a law destiny bubio into our hands. Egu benzem or benzem zungwe benzem cancel only egu. So I think Dr. Joe Bungwele Monan plan. Ele will have a deeper conversation with the council.
mm.
I'll make sure we know won't be clear. And say bubio be gonguns as a government that can bang all egu because bubio think abang. We're
That's
just a small local community, so we would have to really prioritize and have dialogue. You know, I be very clear and even good relationship. I don't think anybody will even tolerate any bad faith and your relationships because council
Yeah.
when you must understand this is our thing, you know,
So,
council local
mhm.
developmental arm of government so we have to take advantage of it and if possible even influence the way they do their projects.
Yeah.
agreed.
So yeah. So Dr. Joe, let's I think this is one of the core this thing you can uncle because draft the committee has put it's a working document, the 30-page manual. I think yeah, throughout our reporting, yeah, it's lengthy, but we answer the complaint moment. But in review we're privileged to have it because maybe Bundu media. At least thank you for that. At least you have really given us a lot of in-depth and then at least I know an in-depth of how the management or the way that they are proposing. I think a bomb meeting. So Dr. Joe, I think we can tune out a flyer. When is that meeting again? Let's remind our audience the date of that meeting.
Yes, so next Sunday, 1 week from today, March 2nd, 1
Okay,
p.m.
Mas.
1 p.m. Eastern time in the US and 7 p.m. Cameroon time. I'm a town hall for everybody, every Lebang son and daughter, whether you belong to Lokudo or not. If you're from Lebang, I advise and invite you. When you credit, your handy phone, 1,000 francs credit will probably last the whole meeting. If we will discuss anyway among concerns or suggestions and policy looking how we propose that this equipment pool be managed. Both fear about suggestions. Um, must summarize just what our thoughts are and state very clearly who this policy manual Gute laying craftima out of a vacuum, but we are trying to copy and emulate and follow the example of Ndong Awing Cultural and Development Association. They have owned equipment for several years now, and they have a policy that is working for them. So collaboration, we exchange ideas, we've helped them, and they are helping us. So that was our starting point. Allergy policy was na user then been edit, adapt to help us with our own needs and our own unique situation. So uh if something is working, don't try to fix something that is working. You can try to improve on it and all of that stuff, but why reinvent the wheel? So that was our starting point. Now, listen and proposally, this management board oversee the activities of this equipment pool on a daily basis. This pool, we are suggesting that there will be 7 members on this management board. These 7 people proposally, and again, this is for Lebang people to decide. Whatever, however they go, our role is to guide. But I'm proposing this 7-member board will be composed of we have very clear criteria. We're looking for a development expert. Yeah, won't management board zungwe, it will be the chairperson. Now for LA, a civil engineer, yeah, bon experience and rural roads construction. Yes, the technical aspects of this stuff. I will a member of that group. Now, for somebody with a financial management background, yes, accounting or business management and finance, I will a member of that group. We are proposing also that a clergy person, I will do me about then a representative of the folklore, a member of the folklore, I will do that board, and then a representative of the youth who has management background and skills and financial knowledge and relevant development background. Abundung, then and then a representative of our women, but that person also must have the necessary development and technical and financial background. These are the 7 types of people we are proposing. They have to have the skills, the the knowledge and the qualification to be on this board. Now, these 7 people are going to be nominated by the President General and the chair of the Road and Infrastructure Committee. We would nominate these people, but they will be vetted and approved by the executives of Lebang Road and Infrastructure Committee, which represents all of Lebang. So we can only nominate these people. Now, each one of these people must come uh, with number one, their credentials. The executive the board of no the executives of the Lebang Road and Infrastructure Committee will review this individual's profile, their development involvement,
Ando mutu Lebang.
and Lebang. Have they been involved? Do they know the ins and outs of this stuff? And then their financial character in the community, their financial probity. Because when you will be bong integrity, especially when it comes to financial matters, because they're going to be dealing with this stuff. So this group of people, once they, each one of them will submit an application with their profile and all of this stuff, if they are nominated, and then they go now to the executive.
We'll screen them.
Yeah, for through the screening process. If they pass, great. If they don't, they get dropped out, and the next person nominated goes in and goes through the same process, so that we are getting professional people that are on there because they have something professional to contribute. Reason being, fairly this equipment pool financially viable, sustainable. Iyi boko ale generate tap ale launch more equipment, and also to continue to build this road without going back to the community every year asking for people to contribute. So you must have a business acumen and run this thing as a business in order to succeed. Otherwise, mbo equipment woga aguhi cap ga wolo on pitable or ga ku already generated enough cap to uh, buy new equipment.
New one.
Right. And
Okay.
also in this policy, we've set aside 50% of all the revenue that comes in is put in the bank and not touched. And that revenue are in preparation of launch new equipment. Then 25% is set aside for the day-to-day operation cost,
Operation.
like paying the salaries of the engineers, the technicians, the laborers, and all of this stuff. And then the other 25% is used for maintenance of the existing equipment. Because equipment will break down, there will be major and minor repairs and all of these things, spare parts and all that. So that will make the 100%. 50% set aside for buying new equipment, 25% for operation cost, and then 25% for maintenance of the equipment. So these are the different major things that we have looked into and identified in this policy. And then we've gone on to define the role and the responsibilities of all of these members that are managing this stuff on a
Okay.
daily basis.
Yes,
So,
Doctor.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this is some of what we have in this policy, that we want Lebang people to come on March 2nd and give us their feedback. What do they like about it? What don't they like? What are they proposing that we change? Because we want to get this thing done so that we can then start nominating and getting these board members in place so that they can take over the management of this pool.
Okay, but right now, for the meantime, think we're doing the interview for the meantime, since everything is because of the dry season, you at least we should get some work done before the rainy season. So now
Yes,
the road project committee is the one still overseeing what is
exactly.
going on.
Yes.
Okay.
So for right now, the Road Infrastructure Committee is continuing from where it left off last year to continue to manage everything about the equipment that is there now, buying the fuel to do the work, paying the salaries of the workers right now, until such a time when
Mm-hmm.
this management board sits, and then they'll take over that responsibility, and then the infrastructure committee will uh, move back to its role of defining direction, designing stuff, and coming up with the direction that things that road infrastructure needs to go in Lebang, and then not involved in the day-to-day management of the pool.
Okay. Yes. Oh, Dr. Do, thank you so much. Terence, before I come to you on the structural management of the kudu, because some of these things are kind of like intertwined in such a way that because the way the road infrastructure committee or the road project committee has worked globally, but we just giving through in terms of the kudu itself. I've been a little bit kind of the kudu. That means the one in Cameroon and this one here, tell them I will ask a question on that. But let me just finish up a follow-up question on what Dr. Jones I explained. Dr. Joe, one of the concern I think our reporter tried to ask the question. It is why you can articulate well, but let me ask you again.
Mhm.
Because the question was, because I think your suggestion, even right from Maryland during the convention and other town hall meeting is we bomb criteria. It
Yes.
be let's say a village, but in GA, gen seven of higher,
Hmm.
but safety. You put out all those criteria.
Yes.
Now, the parameter caterpillar, abogo GA, ngongu, mbinja from park a garage. Tell the next person trains in on to where, oh, because that of a movement away out, but we can do. But at the same time, I can't go on then some book they've already booked or applied for their own road equipment or for their own road construction or plot or what have you.
Hmm.
But it will be easier. Yeah, let's say I got atomazi akazin chowin hagoria atomanza to chang amina do main road the kudu masa sponsors the mensa I've been called them go to for let's say mbo to where hangam mbo be fair can bona fair of go to be will it not be easier to do it? How do you manage that then with the criteria you have set aside, everybody maybe when that for the list. Let's say one more going to employee, but actually say but the caterpillar is already there.
Hmm.
So I got the term instead of pay, but young instead of pay and as if and this kind of this thing album or a little bit difficult to manage.
Right.
Maybe Muslims think about difficult. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question and a good observation. So, fairly Ngong Lebang Zili, we have priorities. In this manual, we've looked at priority number one for this equipment is the scheduled Lokudo or Lebang community projects. That's priority number one for this equipment. The second priority after that is VDAs. So after we do the Lukudo Labang global projects be is scheduled, the next priority group is VDAs. After the VDAs, then we go into individual families or groups of families we needy equipment along Humawiti. And I want to stress these individual families, the priority goes to them only if they have contributed towards the purchase of the equipment. So will contribute well, then they cannot be in that priority group. That third priority group is people who actually contributed.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, and then from there it goes to churches, NGOs, and the council, and the contractors, and then neighboring fundoms in that order. But your first question, I really okay. Let's say that equipment kaombu alokong, for example, and then mwabu
Mm-hmm.
aletia ye aniri level grade at Sundays. While the equipment is up there working, would it not be cheaper and more economical to knock that out before taking the equipment back to Mva. So following the priorities we said, we finish the community road project, and while it's in that vicinity, again, remember it's first come, first serve. While it is in that area, that is probably an hour or two project. It's not a whole day
Mm-hmm.
project, right?
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
those are little fill-in jobs to be the field management. I'll make that decision on the spot, whether it makes sense. Alafu ntoho at Sunday if you listen na fa agam nchongo mumvo
Some
iyijika
coming
of that project in 1 hour and still make it to Mvo. Those are things that will leave that judgment call to the engineer on the ground on site. But when you mustn't submit application as app to the management board, get approval, because there is an application form, there is a contract you have to sign, and there are things that you have to do before this equipment can work on your site. And all these things are listed out in the policy.
Mm-hmm.
So ete bu mazimi bele go o ngofu ten gu o ya ole mbusina ntoho ba ji bang muti ole fo ba nkab ji ba gong gu no. The people, the field management staff does not touch any money or any of that stuff. Over apply application as will accepted. Then the next step is that they tell you to go pay for the service at the bank, and you bring the receipt back to the management board, and then your job is scheduled. You told that okay, you number this on the line, and when the time is coming near, they'll inform you that okay, in 2 days or 3 days, the equipment will be on your site to do your job.
Okay. I think now you really answer. I have a better understanding so that on my subsequent broadcast I will be able to explain
Yes,
detail. Yes. Thank you. So
sure.
at least that is a lot of work, Dr. Joe.
Yes. So director,
Oh.
just to chip in a little bit, Ozale Bubu Lebang, this is a singular moment in our history.
Mm,
Bubu of Vanmala Guben be found unfair and unfair because be love favoritism dofu, ndo be
Right.
shortcut dofu,
Mhm.
ndo be unprofessional uh, uh, uh,
that is it.
behavior dofu.
Mm,
Mhm.
To be honest with you, and any Molebang, a fien capzanya project war, bubumbong this one straight. Any moyanye committee the war. Mbo a watchdog, mbo guard, be wong be guard, and then a precious item and here. Bo resolve mole, there is one thing ye bo te give up, bo ga compromise a anye project war, ebo equity,
Yep.
ebo ninio.
mm,
Mmo nza anubo ze be professional me bang le gu mbo be fie mbo nwo ye because you abanga che you can count that that is not going to happen because bubu yo e going to mess it up anubo caterpillar yo initiative wo mbo le bang fe eku because mbo ama ozam zo bi na mbo bu le bang acho etung te go fie kap atebebo
yeah.
ngo te fie kabo. So benyong mosen trose mbi support committee anye ninio because anofu no seba benyong tong egu no be single be
Mm-hmm.
lingu wo constituency management board are design ale make sure le benyong understand the development magwo
Right.
eyi as separate from culture. That's why we ofu anye le kodo bego culture and development
Development.
ofu anye no culture we turn no culture za botie nan ambo buobi boze
It's
no
a cross
culture.
culture.
Right.
Ofu anya development buobi eta no development za botie nan ambo be expert development. benam staff management board mfe will be a capable e be born a good character, a history of good character.
Right.
Elebo manage be chuta bu yo manage chazemu bu yo gongole fe nzile venale appease the constituencies break down management board into constituencies. We are finished because ozele one of the things yo lengtanye le kudu director le kudu yese mojele bu yo le solve problem go elanzonzo be wo fe anya no culture egu be gu before egu mo be no handle be no development. They are not experts in development. Baby we are fu ngo no anu culture but tie ngambo we be ebe expert culture before become my this. That's why even for any development we will be expert. Le kudu yes say as successful because Ojio na Dr. Joby be expert. Begu announce be for expert ndo fu. Achuta bubuyo. Atanguma lelen jibo. First of all, is a voluntary work. Abu spend be lengi, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 months, some say long 10 years ago.
No,
This
yeah,
work is
sure.
free. Also
Mhm.
understand again. Ojo look at how
Yes.
we are function. And ben young do a page from what we have been able to achieve. Ale transform the kudo le godi mediocrity bebo. But anu we no say bego for nkam no anu no say mbo noza anu help expert help afu so when expert one have been kwombo for it's a good thing.
Yep.
But atambo anya no help man uji for
For
abo you
what?
help because you medical doctor.
Doctor. Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
No, and I think that was one of the questions you have partially answered. Ihe bụ na ndị lekuru kamera imbo a little bit kind of where you manage to know at wombo korewa boko also in for example ebe nka na ndị ebe nka izin introduction I'm the Dr. Joe for the policy yes you can explain that is something that is highly professional which I'm alluding that I wish we have some students maybe both in environmental science or in development, they can take this project and maybe study it and use that for their thesis presentation at master degree level. And
Mm.
it will be well accepted at
Yep.
any university institution. I know exactly what I'm referring to because I've read that policy. I know what it takes. I know this kind of project. This is a giant project. If you prepare, no one, any professor this is my thesis, this is my proposal. They will grant you to do that. At least the kind of work professionalism I think these people are putting into this work. As you rightly said, I mean, look at the hair committee that is going on now. Your meeting. People sharing the committee. Dr. Joe is not there,
Thank
right?
Right.
you.
He's a doctor in engineering. He's not a doctor in
No,
the medical field.
you,
No.
you know,
Yeah, and
I
that
could
is
not
what we
do
should be doing.
that.
And that's exactly what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think
It
the
is
and
well established.
yeah,
Yes, and director, the other
yeah.
thing, but audio,
Mm.
but we are and you avoid alle divide years we are
Well,
and you more can unnecessary constituency.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Any one lebang, I'm one lebang.
Right.
Whether ke mwoba bowman kamba this at the end of the day, as I'm zebu gumu very clear and you lebang. We are looking for the best minds, the
Right.
best people to deliver. End of
Mm-hmm.
story. End of story. Benyong butasin kobe constituency well because Ozile gap the management board into constituency. See what will happen.
Oh yeah.
The Kuru USA I
That,
contribute over 75% on capture. So are you going to allow the Kuru USA Fungu because both contribute 75%, both bong 75% of the management board? You
Mm-hmm.
can see the slippery slope
Yeah.
yep.
where that takes us to.
Yep.
Young Fugu, Ejiole Begu, be youths, ebong representative. Ngu Banju women, ebong representative. People might misread that. But
Yeah.
the reason ale bekan committee leadership committees in Tingafa. Ele bubio zile gubung buyo ba. Elo cho bubio let be project. If be donor. Ele expect be donor fund. Almost single management board go and reflect,
The
The
right?
diversity.
The diversity.
of the
These things
community.
are very well thought out and
Yep.
intentional. When
The
you no when you menju when you for or when you come, that's not how this professional.
no,
That's
no,
not how we're looking at this thing.
No,
These are
thank
complex
you, Terence. No,
processes.
I think that's why and then, if somebody pick this project and use that for her master degrees
Yeah.
thesis at any university, they will accept you wholeheartedly and they'll be happy the way I've read it, the way I've been reporting on it in the way you know somewhere. I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully,
it's a business model, eh?
yeah,
yeah.
The who best set as a meal, be a business. Over to set by business, one goes a man, baby, we go katie. This thing will
No,
crumble
no,
overnight.
although
Go back
only can they
business,
quote all
and
along
then
and
help.
no.
Yeah,
Can't stay. We don't get carried pull along and ban no.
yes. And we will encourage when young on the ground, and they will avoid, but interfere with the technicians. That's a big
yeah.
problem.
Oh yes,
Azim yota say ata aziman mo jili jibo aziman ko
right.
ngobe gonjio technician engineer nangu betu befungu lo caterpillar wo ndengo nguba that you know be fembo nye project afu go nyatim azingo fembo ntong belam benyong zebelam afana zemyo anyone and dengta no project here and no project war alengte for the interest of the people collective interest mo be den bon dengte ngu and then ndo bebe na ndo be photo be caterpillar na ngu betu be nyong na ndo be photo ntwa bubio be just operate in a very risky
Slippery things,
Environment.
yeah.
environment. So Bogos in the opportunity to educate Benyong because Benyong Google Bambo excited. But on the flip side, Botazale, both in pinpoint, fiber equipment, but we
Well,
are not buying information. So they might be waiting to get that information to use to cause us harm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there will be a lot of photos until we will advise when young sir and again other community. Dr. Joe, I think obey will need one even when I go let's say from one for the Nanto, even though they be young to send I think people are gradually moving back to the village.
Yes,
So and I'm going to be young to send them and Tumbo or to send off or whatever. You
yeah.
share the people around. So
Uh,
about the young man's
yes. Yeah, no, we encourage Ngugu Young. Of your McCombs or Fat Maddy's operator let ending for that day. In the latter if you jindung let you tell rock one ver, valley funzes and their
as we
caraco,
talk.
Jamfu
Right.
Alacong, Ngubuti. Well, as music for everywhere. The good thing, I engineer wo ma ba operator bi ba hire bi sin run equipment wo e won kun bin we ma ba bo sis na so won we bo z a let so we treat aga ba nya jio ba wo ba ta du ngo bo comfortable because bo chi ba a chinandia the riga ba ngang malek limbe kumba bamenda tancho fu ngo anula azap bo fu wo bo ti la so bo van trite bo feel welcome ala
Yeah.
ko ala go ti ba bo bangala go
Mhm.
yeah and one thing you can explain and policy ndu hale when you move the rental rates so the rental rate a public knowledge i any mo ba go so ngo uh you pay bi a go pay different.
Mhm.
Bele angu equipment hiring rates. Iyi mo form you or go ko office you offer go rent equipment go you on your application azo ebole go lo contribute and le lonju equipment go ba bo obong publish rate yi go rent equipment zo wandu so anywhere you contribute cabs or pay the same rate when you to contribute but consider you be a you be contractor so go pay a higher rate so when young but pay 1 year difference abo so anumina sentangu wabe dida numbers ang bis na me ankam go lon go equipment go bis na chup tankap obole ndo tanti wa akate fo ba ken kap fia go nyi me zon kap but as ndiole almost me a certain amount ba go fia mi anti was mi ku ala fia ndo nyile lonti akate
Uh-huh. Yeah, Dr. Joe, but we no Bible nga tamanga ya ga jula ejio tabam. We can go watch tabam. Kala fi afun say next Sunday, right? That's
Yes,
an opportunity. Go kaki ro le nya. Ofu
that's right. Ini wala fu a Sunday, ngoya ku a teach chengte Sunday a fu wa mbuma Cameroon or America or Europe. Bo information abu mbobe tung contribution go nyele lando ti katele go contribute mo andung project go ba. Beredanti ngwabula tung ma wabane neighboring fondom from Lebang. Na fe rent equipment mbo rate abo yi wo ponga le pay mbole me church or clergy NGO bo wonga rate yi wo wonga le pay mbole me le kudo project mbole kudo wong rate ya wonga le pay VDA Village Development Association bo wong ba rate, so everything is already established, but renew the rate were every year based on the market conditions. We do a lot of research. I'll figure out what the right rates will be. At least we were, it doesn't charge we young until about the same bet on Kongo Mari, go chango rent equipment, but we charge but we charge a whole lot more. We reduce the rate, but we also put the rate and the way he we will generate cap alalong pay worker and then don't alalong new equipment, maintain equipment. So the information is in the manual.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
the procedure so when you read, understand. Or one core office you of fee application as well. The stuff we publish will be on the wall. You go what we tonte.
Okay. At least in thing ba yang za tin ba yang lam ju ba bi nan dien ge ba bi sin tong tam mo ba kan tong tang ge ba zin bon jo ku ma wa die wish ba zin bo spend ba le no project we at least I believe that Dr. Joe on a few
Yeah.
information out in dien ge oh Gaza media or that's one on behalf of dear viewers we am go za tin ju ba tong meeting ba go fu azo.
Correct.
Okay, and then go obon jomo 1,000 ya no phone when tinga alogo over 3 hours or four
Yes.
hours. You meet and set up mbo ju unu
Yeah.
listen to her.
Yes.
So
Every meeting, every town hall you will done, in that town hall, there are always three major components and town hall you done. Town hall as the mafia an update report on what has happened. But in that report, there is a financial component. Yi masong nkabzebe race both in from all the regions in CFA, dollars, euros, Canadian dollars, and pounds. Then even gite nkabs of a spend more. It's you a picture, but my video will take me long. In the case of equipment, I receipts the long pay for the bulldozer, the motor grader, and even a compactor. Nanchume receipts and every town hall and the slide where town hall ya fa bu Sunday, March 2nd. When she will receipt, each you caps of spend and custom duty along to equipment. Each you amount you will spend along reassemble equipment. Caps of along transport equipment don't go let caps of along blessing ceremony. Everything is out there in the public, but almost a town hall, because into current azimia mazima la gonye handung internet wa
yeah,
no business, no company agonyi financial information yindung internet atabu. So we are not going to do that, but with a town hall where you're here firsthand and you can ask questions after my presentation.
okay. Yes, thank you. Terence, but on the transparency. You see again and that, Dr.
Yeah, but
Joe.
Ngumbet,
Mm,
director, before you switch gears, I'm a question I can bomb. I'm a issue clarification. I'm feeling abong lebu your emittable fear because we should remember question and you know caterpillar and go. Okay, for clarify, caterpillar. I think we want to address that very straightforward.
Yep.
Ele Lebang mo chup ten kam don jo be caterpillar ba. Ebele newspaper agon go error yi. Ntezin ze wa yi be nyong waste time gap ndrole ga andong bin ndauta be leader committee bo. I've been go up too. Mbonyim shiage because mbin go how. Benyong bebungu zamba enan kaba be meeting. Na bun be transparency, na be transparent be. Benyong fa be gadia. I mean, you see, it's very frustrating too. Helema Dr. Jobungu, this thing every time chew using chew. Mo someone social media ba. Baby in depth to accuse benyong accuse mbo. So I think that is important. But the other thing ale bekegu ambassador having bofu abunzim for years and I think let's also address that. Biolebang mo se nyem understand le elan zonzo bubio ete ezele gunoba beno mubuyo ba bubio te zele ali kim chamzo biyo ba
Right.
bu nyem nze etu anye be erobi bubio le gu be biolebang etro sebe leader sebab and ngobang question instead alogo social media na esonge left and right any ngobon ze be committee members pick up a phone. Pick your phone. Ntong Dr. Joe, Ntong C. Olekudu, Ntong President General, Ntong Oge, Ntong Mafokombin. Everybody is available. Ale educate when you answer the questions. All this traffic, you can generate social media and news only a waste of time and it's a waste of people's time. When you honest up ambassador and when you to understand let any no mo bozaba.
Right.
Nyateme ale leader gundongo Italy ambo foklare benumi bele song be miebenu ebi mfe song bu lebang be jio eni ngang le pak but le gini zungwe ala mie le gini a lot of benumi bobi say happen because of le gini zungwe yi nyateme ale gu bu le go fongu a lot ngu be presentation be big presentation e mo be miebenu bi esefua so be nyong jio because Folklore is our highest development partner. Etoto Folklore bo mbo biolebang atalifi bondungbo mbo lebielem atalifi jindungbo. Ambassador belegu invite yi Folklore alegu invite yi because both sponsor rehabilitation project Asita Wisdom sponsor rehabilitation project Mary Health of Africa Hospital. That work is currently ongoing. Jula let me plan. Eleji fu ala if we inspect the project we will be here. Even assess the additional needs for Clary. So that we go okay. E will ambassador let me na plan ale fu ala. Juba fu ngu inspect but me nko attend ceremony e wo. Bibio you say ndonze lobby ayi aleblo more development of Alebang.
Yeah.
So this is how it happened. When young Yim Jino Wotongte, Baba bin Funku, oh, ambassador Afu still show. But Abu Buwe Bunzang yet tomorrow because I'm one G. I give us Vanale Allo the no bang. Ndofu Ambo Bubuyo. Bubuyo wet ala Azubuyo. Bezingo better will anga fear a year with American food. But ala Ajubu Zele Bullet and Sanakate. Ele be servants. But
Right.
seven leaders. Yes. Ojo.
No, I think one of the concerns I think in terms of sharing information back or we must bong America. You remember America on the classify information.
Exactly.
Until what has burger Italy until bong maybe a pressed statement or more within the committee or the various committee they go for somebody look for and if debrief, not getting into the detail. I will go for this is le son agir, le son agir, le son agir. I think I learned convention. I think Professor I think about education or something like that.
The Fondong.
Yes, and the song about education. when thing about one that montung okay, we go for there were different things that we discuss. Of course, we're at the media bong. And think that is one of the shortcomings ye advocate from the media standpoint. Was went back to the days of artifact. You have to make and let go Germany. Ngo for bugon do on talk and more commune and more council about the artifact. We for we at the media we let is at the Columbus. Lengi we were for lengi we now go presentation we I can you to come on me again. No kokobile and don't know. Many people do not even know. I can telling you Chief Charles Taku. I've been just been partner with this other foundation in Cameroon. People get so confused at the loss. And they must not understand the masses. Sometime, oh God, give them still information, but tell them go, won't it also? I think that is where the leadership too. I am busting fame, oh God. I go, let's change share a little bit, but not too much.
I agree with you, director. And we declassify. Emo no nye anye trip Italy. Be audio. Bu current bele Google a trip zunget put together 22 professors and doctors, the PhDs. Dr. Joe was part of that team. He will develop a white paper document. Island Geo way you Island Ntonte Folklore in Santagap, LA, your Jonembo elevate, City Wisdom College. He our own, Ivy League school,
Mhm.
our own Harvard of the BLM. They elevate to a technic, a technical
University.
university. You know,
Institute in
and extinct, yes. So Dr. Chief Dr. Fondong, Professor Fondong, sorry, GC leader give me group and a lot of work it's happening. But we emphasize, we agree with you, director, that people need information. But this is a challenge we want. Often fear one information, it's on a challenge.
Mhm.
People too have to make it easier because often fear information etong no challenge bo bin zile for single azam zo sindio abu ndem bo nini na fele be won't everything ma atetse, and
Right.
we cannot be irresponsible stewards of our own diplomacy, you know.
And just to put in perspective, in think that team that's relevant there well, because I think Chief Dr. Fomiche,
Right.
yeah, from Mwabito,
Whoever, yeah, was there.
Mwabito, yeah, was there because the Athens Convention and provide media coverage, so they spoke a little bit too. And think even forgot someone said they didn't open up the way. But I think yeah, I try to understand because I even from I read a speech. I mean the fun of Jumito. Nimpo for English refer and go Dr. Chief Dr. Fomenche. After that, I've never heard anything. Kawan waga for now someone like here, I don't know, but I think about the boy a little bit conserved in the way that they spoke about it. But
We're
even
going to do
interview in this
something about it. We provide we media a documentary for the trip because Benumi Bele so when the fangte and what Benumi say happen, I let Legodio. It's thanks to that
To
trip.
that trip. Yep.
yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. Okay, Terence, wish to get kind of don't round up. Ano bank ntunga elengi barawe wa alaku I mean at the verge of Lebang ye abi mo open why Lebang bubi na no communication anambo flow ye at least it brings almost Lebang people together in a very large group ye we will it's a bomb can group and one thing ye lengi aminde alaku may his soul rest in peace. But the propose, but no be the bomb of the until but until I was the remind again. In fact, they thought that was it's an opportunity, Dr. Joe. Just excuse me, as somebody who is related to the family or who may be close to the family and have certain information. Uh, I go, but the bomb but decide, but the during the dry season or the kind of we are cool, but to obey as our tradition, with that kind of ritual or more monument. or fear cap mamija now now we saw images. The mother was, you know, uh yeah, but my widow for a very long time. Yeah, since I know the actually for and Marco, because what he died for and what he stood for, he become like an icon. It becomes a community responsibility. The leadership of Lebang, I will say it here, maybe palatable, or the way that they are managing stuff is not well structured. Otherwise, maybe I'm more accountable, you can more handle properly. But has any of this been fulfilled? Or have not, yeah, in terms of because the race be film okay be o ze wara mami ma chas be choma kan boji ndo no go spend tutegi o ze wara the pipeline or building the monument in remembrance of Charles Atakwe as the you know, do you know if any of this is going on or whatever or this family ritual or republic do you know if any of this is taking place or there's some plan underway, especially about the finances because of and that's where we want to shine a light.
Okay, thank you, Director. Obin zindio ba etamu taga because nke fala ba mbondie because nke gun tongo ambe mbu ala etongte emabeno because kala now just for the record Charles Afotakwe ba mamige pandi gebe fotabang anjojui Lebang Charles, you know, it's family to us. And elengi bele group donations every small brother Charles in deliver. Begule window tongon deliver. Ngo small ma go brother Terence. Ngo caps of fear. Oza menta kon ndotebo. Good report, financial report. Ba caps of fear. Bio you save up anyele gu. The tongoji ntong the other brother Richard brother Charles brother yi yaunde nsongaji ago no bo go report ezunga tumbe bo bidan chinga ma on caps bong le for America we kan kam chama bo efia ngo okay so ngo be mbondie nke bi ndo ngo kola ntong brother Charles ezunga da ayaunde ago brother Terence nda bungwe it is what is going on ebo nkap zebele chupta America $1,200 mfiembo mbembe ala alegu ju fiembo bo o belo ch account mami ma Charles alo manishe o belo ngu belo mo pandongo nobe o ndongu foundation o mfleshable ideas eba what have been say what is happening ebo mbin tongon deliver bu nare a story zungat anare a story mbo mebwat nkabzel for Cameroon 700 and something dollars 700 something thousand because ebe mbozams abu nyimshiage and no sorry le nke fu ndie eyi nke gun tongon be mbu ala etungta yi no kabje because nkaba be emoji just a coup for transparency just a coup aleki inke anye benu and bezo yi benyong bin njio sacrifice and contribute cap eta mo zamza ebi chongo ba family Charles abiri na ngu bokema nkab receive nkab ze kabong le America ben ndileba narrative story ambomo because one dileba you know this is a family thing and family too family wunan tongta and dileba eyi ba fian kabamboji nan tongta yingu be what is going on ambe nwotu na tam sazam le sungebo mbingo sungmo be family mbangu jita sin kongoji ale expose ambe mbu ale bo be family member tongo gengo bio je American bomo ekie mbi ke fu be an mungu be tongo be mbu ale because obinzing go ngoge off guard because kale mentongo yibe effecte so that this can be rectified. But it's not a good thing. Le benyon contribute cap American fear cap zunga malelon e kamalelon tonga chas nchute family yi ntuo be kebe tuo nkap zebele tunga Cameroon 700 and something a thousand mandil ndilebat abongoge atungoge ale tungoge account e yibe spend cap zunga
No,
total
but most of the rest Cameroon, but cover rest in
ensa be gana Cameroon ele
racing.
contribute
Yes.
ensa be ga America ale bele ele tung ele fiebo. So out of 700 and something thousand, bo expenditure gap a Cameroon about 490,500 francs. Bobin bank balance 264,500. And ndileba sungwa yungu mbimbu ale fu a Cameroon. I think last month or 2 months ago, whatever. Ntongo yi engu jifu explain be bole yusen cap. Jule lo boya ngo limbe. Ngo nchirambe mbu ala mfie report. Mbin songo balance agwo mbong balance zungo mboji ngo mbimbu ala una kongo ke go fa lo balance elo go zeme mbimbu ala chui balance zungo ngo no baba after mbimbu ambo jindi le ba ngo we belo ndon twitter mami e mo bo no mi mami ke mo le go so bo go mandung you say mo just a little bit balance a bit in dile ba family bi ngo no ebole emo problem balance is what bobo be bobo chop binja because bobo use no tell bobo chop binja mbo ele bobo balance is what available because both systems available accountable and bobo will be fee and cap so in caps America mbembo ala bang le vents resolve because ben and diongo nkaleba
Okay, but Nkabs different Nkabs will contribute because I think but fear but will contribute fimbo Tiedo.
yes
Yes,
um
yeah, I did that time. No, and then I'm follow up. No, I follow up all this
and if
story.
I tiodo afia
I'm gonna be able to.
if I tell you la fie man caps na la han man bo baby ala become baby ala songa gam gu jule long come do fwa Cameroon bi duen do bin jama
Oh, okay,
America
okay,
engu jule fu America tung it's been how long beke tunga ebe tebe no mi
all right, yeah.
you know anu kana no wo anu be ate bin bong le be gu be ga Cameroon
Yeah, I
azile le
think
tabu yo mo kan ebo
yeah, I think I want to being clarify. Because public money is not it's private money, but I think from everything now, I will have to come up and clarify the air or what is happening. All right, more comfortable job. So, Dr. Joe, more comfortable than what it was. Okay, bomb is one of around 6. We were already
Yes.
kind of quarter past 6. At least, I think it was very important. Go through alphabet and you explain, at least you calm down, so that we know where we stand. And think unless more but more also the bena de attack what the bomb I will be on the so guide them more from Sawa Song. But we will do our best. I'll try to book several records straight to ask you guys very straight question. We'll try to answer to the best of your ability, I believe. I don't achieve transparency, when miss it happen. Uh, le kuruma no le bang mojo caterpillar bejo ma Indiana tan be picture le be ana
Yes.
Ameland now go shimmen no I still have that production but my video isn't it
Yes.
so maybe will be it's more if I say confusion but I think the clarity is there. A takeaway message is that there's next Sunday there is a town hall meeting for
Yes.
all the sons and daughters to come in and maybe listen to the presentation, the management, and also continue with the fundraising. At
Yes.
least, what will I come after me everybody and say you discount rate. And then you couldn't give it is a cause is over a tongue cut up from terms and non going about one from tongue don't go no problem. But first of all, you should not even be thinking about that before even contributing.
Right.
And the risk where you move comfortable with a bonja.
Okay. Thank you.
yes
Yeah.
yes so guys media
Mm.
to conclude mbokong because ozale project where there are a lot of people anyone will sacrifice, but it might be it might be very special. It be bo a sacrifice in your project. Nke favorable law opportunity will counter Dr. Joe for Tuchang, my team ye for the work, the time, the money. Remember, the leaders committee will put us in the about Bungwet, if you go on the list, Indian caps Bungwet contribute Intirabo Bumfia. It's really, really um unbelievable. And Nzele emo lengbe kete mo buyo ba emo buyo gele akogu bete tonglelan enenwa baga ngale fo tonglelan enenwa ebo nketa leadership and nketa onwo anye committee emo group yi mbo kontaga project war. It came as an idea long time ago, 2021. Bezile wakandung nzile feasibility studies nzile lente what is possible. 2022, Dr. Alemji had developed a proposal, a proposed kind of blueprint. And at that time, Jina leader a committee, a committees Lebang Lego different things. Mama for combine ma Dr. Julius Ebondo. So nke fe ebo konta Dr. Alemji anye betu mijile egu e konte executive ge. Egi the director, Madam, I mean, we had an elite team. We learned a meeting for the 4 years. Egi we handle a kudu years. We learned a meetings every 2 weeks. Mbong team gu mbong banjubetat Miss Sheila Atemken, Madam Therese Abila, Ma Manyi, Gracilla Aroko. I was a banjuile handle. Other responsibilities are left for boom, but very challenging because Bobongle arrange wonko ngoba, but they were able to do this for Lebang because the project we are ego mature team woba, including Vice CEO Guyi Bulabang 2 Vice CEO Hillary Fonyi Yalizimbo the first 2 years, Tambongo Amisa Christian Mkamkra Mimbongo a treasure financial sector bubu Dr. Joe. I think Bojele won't be and check for NS.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Any molejio NS. Njo we yijil on prison accounting ala expert anye human engineer. But expert anye data analysis.
Yeah.
Nze Excel to his fingertips. Ndo experiences wonder food nchutele kudu na prison by account financial statements be able, you know, obin bong ankam jinjo Christopher, all of these people really, I just wanted to say thank you. My advisor say bubuyo bubu lebong a great team, you know, but Uncle Joe have you had that Egi, but advice Abila Tassafa just as advisors about Bulebun Kubumbo, full members of the executive, Mbuna Trita Wibra, Tony Asso, right? Uncle Mike Taku, Ma Fominka, so Nke Faegu, Bekagu project work, first phase work, the amateur, we're going to deliver. I just really wanted to thank them. But Ekibulebong, we work as a team, had all these committees, everybody worked and contributed his little bit. But Mbaga NL4, Ngongo NL4, the Conte family, Injuga Mabwonko, I would really be Mbabi of LA, but Rotazamua, but Pak teaching and Trabe.
No, I don't know happen. And hey,
Injuga, Injuga, Dr. Joe can tell you,
Yeah.
Injuga Mabwonko, they have not had a parent and a husband for 4, 5 years. Even when I was board chairman of Lekudu, because maintenance in your body and soul get done. That is a weakness as much as it's a plus. Because onwoyi ojus ma let as mazo. Nze mo we go oh Terence go Dr. Joe. It's in the project where personal thing. Gio so wo ona fe guzuma gini a different interest when young. Olo zumazap be personal thing go. Ndenta agap be enyezo. Because obotegu babo okanye all go ale go le project succeed bo so when young bo job ngo a minus but anya leadership it's a plus and ndo a conte Dr. John Dwigi because family yi nteza ena mbo mo le mwet nko shio egu baby mbo pool ndunwo from Ndwiji ba bumo le gon duo bumo bong won bang bumo bong duwe. So Dr. Joe, again, thank you, and we thank your team and everybody you contribute and your project work, all the committee members ngo lebang nzo lebang le and we will stand firm no matter the criticism, no matter how much we will a blackmail. I think we will zele we are doing one singular thing alebut lebang lebang law ebinjam ten
That's,
toba ebola bombon konte.
that's
No, yeah,
right.
no contact won't at least hopefully we will hear next Sunday
Yeah,
on the town hall meeting.
yeah.
Let me just wrap up here. Yeah, dear viewers, we have come to the end of this program. We want to use this opportunity to thank Lebang for their wonderful support. As you will always remember, I want to paraphrase what our Law Bishop, Bishop Aloysius A. Fondon said during the blessing ceremony, quoting from the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Ndandianga, but don't think le bangaguma combo way. Don't you go guma combo le bang. Don't ask yourself what your community have done for you, but ask yourself what have you done or contribute to your community. With this, I want to end this evening now. You stay well, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.